No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Couple things I really like to point out to you guys. Even if you don't use your spare, rubber goes bad. So make sure that it is being replaced about every 5 years. And the other thing, the spare that they showed in this video, it's called a donut spare. You have a limited speed and a limited distance that you can go on those. So if your vehicle has the space for a full-size spare, opt for that. It's totally worth it, because if you're like me and end up with a flat tire in the middle of nowhere, Ohio, and you're stuck driving 20 miles on the freeway going 40 miles an hour, yeah, it really pays to have that full-size spare in there, so that if you do have that flat, you just literally take it out, put on the new tire, and you go about your merry way. You don't have the added delay of getting that tire changed at the nearest location.
True story, I was on a road trip up north to Cass Lake. It's kind of up near Bemidji. Anybody been up there? Anyway, it's cold. And it was during the middle of winter. I was on my way home, and what happened? Oh, somehow, some way, I got a flat tire. So I look in the trunk, and all I had was a donut. I still had a long ways to go. I probably had about 2 hours left on the trip. Fortunately, there's nothing else really I could do, so I had to put the donut on and just tread lightly. It was a long, even longer road trip home, but so yeah, like she said, you know, half of an extra spare instead of the donut in the back tire, or in your trunk, along with the tools. Next, we're gonna cover brakes. Why do we need brakes?
You can stop and
You
not
can
crash.
stop and not crash. Don't want to hit nobody. Gotta stop at those red lights. So you need those brakes. If you hear a squeal or screech or scraping, it's a dirty, nasty sound, and it's annoying. So when you're applying that pressure and you hear that, it's time to maybe check the brakes, check the pads, check the fluid. So don't drive it. If your light comes on, the brake pedal goes lower to the floor than normal, which my friend told me was constantly happening to him before they finally failed out on him. So don't be like that guy. Get your brakes checked if you have any doubts about them whatsoever. Jump starting the car, we kind of talked about this in the beginning. It's important to have jumper cables in your trunk just in case, like say, your battery is dead. What could cause your battery to become dead? Ethan?
Accidentally left your car running or a light on.
You left the light on. It's electrical, right? So you left your lights on, you left your radio on, anything that's run by the battery, electrical. Yeah, it'll die on you, and you'll need a jump start. And you'll have to ask some guy, hey, I need a jump, can you help me? And they'll ask, do you have a pair of jumper cables? You better hope they do if you don't. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck there, still panhandling, please somebody give me a jump. Don't be like that. Be sure you got the jumper cables, and then you're safe to bet is that somebody nice will give you a jump. Or if it's happened at home and you have an extra car, you're in good shape. Don't attempt to do it if it's dead, or if it's cracked, leaking, liquids frozen to it. Don't risk it. Don't want to get shocked. You don't want it to go boom in your face. So be sure you turn your car off, and you go ahead and take the plugs off the battery. There's a red one and a black one. The red one is for positive, the black one is for negative. And put cables on the battery. Which one should you do first? Try to help this to remember. When it's dead, put it on the red first. Red, dead, red clip to the dead battery. So red goes first, and then you apply red to red, and then black to black. Everyone got that? So repeat after me, red to red, and black to black.
Yeah, the last one has to be 18 inches, like an engine block. It's not black to black anymore.
Oh, it's not?
Nope, it has to be 18 inches from that red clip on the dead battery, because if it would arc, it can explode.
Uh-huh. Good safety tip for Marie today. Learn
So,
something
to that engine
new
block.
every day.
At least 18 inches from the dead red.
Awesome.
Next up, the